Damn, baby girl, yeah, you look fly, yeah, you look fly, yeah, you look fly. You got it going on, can't even lie, and the booty crazy. Oh my God, yeah, why you gonna do it like that? Put that ass all on me. Niggas don't even know what to do with all that. No lie, no cap.
Welcome back to my channel, or whatever. Can y'all see me? I feel like I'm bright as hell right now. Let me turn this light off. Let's do that. Welcome back to my channel, or whatever. Y'all see my hair? I got it in these like these little pipe cleaner curls or whatever. Cute. I'm not used to having such short hair. I'll show y'all what it looked like when I take them out, for those who are interested in my hair, who are here for the hair. But today's video is going to be a little bit different. Today I want to talk about like self-esteem and fat phobia and all the things that come with that. So in my Where Have I Been video, I told you guys that I wanted to do a weight loss journey, because in the past year or so I've gained about maybe 40 pounds, yeah, something like that. I've never been small or anything like that, but my body hurts. Like it just hurts. Like it hurts to walk, it hurts to go up the stairs. I plan to do a weight loss journey and document it. Like I was gonna make videos weekly showing y'all where I am, and I even made a trap Instagram that had all the girls' bodies that I like admired, or like I wanted to get my shape sort of like. But I was struggling, and I am struggling with promoting that narrative. Like I'm not saying that I'm not going to do it, and I'm not saying that I am gonna do it. I'm just rambling right now because I don't really know where I stand on the subject. Like, but as I've started to take a deeper dive into like my mental, I guess, I had a few questions come up that I asked myself, which sounds crazy, but I talk to myself all the time just so I can understand like what the hell is going on internally. And I had a few questions come up, which was like, am I really wanting to lose weight because I feel as though my body has too much weight on it, or is it because it's impacting my self-esteem, or is it because I feel like I need to lose weight in order to maintain the curvy hourglass, you know, thick girl figure that is accepted in the society versus the one that I have right now, because the weight has pretty much gone to my belly, and like my thighs. I have always been a thick girl, but I've never really had a belly for real. Like I've had a little pooch, but not like I have a belly right now. And I'm really struggling with like my self-esteem, and I'm trying to figure out why. Like, why does it matter, you know what I mean? And on the flip side of that, it does matter, because like I said, I can feel the weight in my body, and it makes regular activities uncomfortable for me because of the weight that I'm carrying in my body. But I also started thinking like, okay, well then I came up with this number that in my head of, oh, I want to be this number. And then I'm like, for what? Like, is it really about the number, or is it about like how you feel? You know what I'm saying? Like if I start moving my body more and I get on the scale and I've only lost 5 pounds, but I feel amazing, does it still matter? Or do I still want to lose that weight just because I want to be a certain number, you know? And I'm really struggling, and I know that this is like, I'm really rambly right now, but I'm processing this as I say it out loud. Like, internalized fat phobia is a thing, and I firmly believe that there's nothing wrong with being fat, because some people are just fat. Like they cannot help the fact that they are fat, and there's this box that society wants us all to fit in. But like, sis, I was born thick, I'ma die thick, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm okay with that. But why is it when it crosses over into the fat category do I feel some type of way? So that feels to me like fat phobia, you know? I'm 1000% healthy, weight gain and all, despite having like, you know, struggling a bit more to be more active. For me, it has been, and I'm only speaking for myself, I'm not speaking for every fat girl in America or in the world, you know. Some fat girls can like fucking run 6 miles with their fat. I just simply can't do that. Like, it just doesn't feel the same to me. I understand the concept of, yes, we want people to be as healthy as they possibly can be, and we want people to move their bodies and be active. But also, fat does not equal unhealthy all the time. And even if it does, fat people still exist and deserve to not always be told that they're not enough, you know? So, I don't know. Like, I'm really struggling with this. And like, I plan on bringing it up in my next therapy session. But like, I'm really struggling right now to have I'm struggling to have high self-esteem while also having weight on my body, which tells me that I have work to do. And it's interesting because when people speak about self-esteem, it's like, oh, you don't know your worth. But like, I feel like I do know my worth. It's just when it comes to how I'm represented or how people perceive me and in this body the way that it is today, I have a more negative view than the person walking down the street probably has about my body. So that's what I mean when I say low self-esteem. But as far as like my worth, like, I'm not gonna let nobody put me through nothing. I know that I'm pretty. I know that I'm beautiful. But I struggle with how other people perceive my body, which is something that shouldn't even fucking matter. It should only be about how I feel about myself. You know what I mean? And so maybe that's the breakthrough. Is that the aha moment? Like, I'm struggling with how people perceive my body. Wow. This probably doesn't make any sense, and I'm just rambling. And what I don't want to happen is for me to lose weight and still feel like I'm not good enough, you know? Because if I'm being honest, even when I was 40 pounds, even 50 pounds like lighter, I still felt like I was too big, and I didn't appreciate that body for what it was. And now here I am a year later, like, oh wow, my body's really changed again, and I'm not appreciative of where I am. So I think that speaks more than anything, you know? Like, at what point am I going to love my body? Like, is it gonna be a number that I just come up with and I'm like, okay, I hit that number, now I'm in love? Like, I don't think it works like that. I think that, like, my body has done so much for me. Like, it's the only thing that's been with me through thick and thin and never turned its back on me. That sounds crazy to speak about my body in this way, but I'm so appreciative of my body. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do anything without it. And so the fact that I have problems with who my body is today as a person, or as an entity or an ideal, it's tough to think about. And I know that this shit sounds, I don't know, I'm probably rambling and it probably sounds really dumb, but is there anybody else out there who like struggles with body image and also being aware of society's images of society standards that they've placed on us, and like fat phobia and like all these things? There's just like all these things that I'm like trying to make sure that I'm coming from the right place, from a loving place, and it's just hard. But one thing I do know is that I would like to start moving my body more. That is something that has nothing to do with fat phobia. It has nothing to do with self-esteem or anything like that. It's just a need to move my body and be present. Because when I'm being active, it forces you to be present. And that's something that I really struggle with. I have anxiety. Sometimes I live in the past, sometimes I live in the future. But when I'm moving my body and being active, I'm forced to be in the present, because the pain, honey, is present, okay? If you guys have feedback or comments, definitely comment down below, and I can do a more like structured video. But being fat and woke, I'll say, is a very strange place, because there's a side of me that's like, man, fuck y'all, I'm fat, period. Oh well, my nigga like it. And then there's a side of me that's like, sis, you need to lose weight because, you know, it's hard walking up the stairs, or, you know, it's hard to work out and go box. I like to go boxing. It's hard boxing when you gotta move around. My titties are so big, y'all, like. And then I haven't even got to discussing the layer of being a curvy black woman in this society and how my body is constantly over sexualized when I'm simply just existing. Like, I haven't touched on how that impacts my reasons for wanting to lose weight. I gotta take a deeper dive in that in general. It's just so much, and like I don't even know where to start. I guess therapy is where I'm about to start. I've kind of touched on my weight loss in therapy, but I don't think I've really been honest with myself or with my therapist, which means that she's not really able to help me if I'm not 1000% honest with how I'm feeling. So I've definitely never spoken to her about like my low self-esteem. Got a lot of work to do. I got a lot of like standing in my own shit and just holding my own self and just celebrating myself and celebrating my body for who she is and everything that she's done for me, you know? Yeah. But that's all I got for y'all. Hopefully I'll be able to make this video make sense. I did a lot of rambling. I think I had too much coffee today. I'm not even supposed to be drinking coffee. Y'all know that. Y'all know I ain't supposed to be drinking coffee. And this is what happens when I drink coffee. I do too fucking much. But this is the conversation I needed to have with myself and y'all. Thank y'all for listening and allowing me to vent and get that out. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. The hood, the hippie, or the motherfucking confused. Thanks for listening to me vent. I will come back and show y'all what my hair turned out to be in my next video.